I was wrong. The price of Bitcoin did not break above the descending broadening channel's resistance this week. But that's okay, because yes, on the 4 hourly time frame, we may have a head and shoulders pattern that could potentially push us down to $64,000. That is very much a possibility. But I've not lost hope. I haven't lost hope yet, and in this video, I'm going to explain why the hopium has not yet completely dried off and why I still expect Bitcoin to reach $100,000 by the end of this year. And also talk about the long position, which is suffering currently. I had to de-risk it a lot. So I took some realized losses to prevent from losing more if Bitcoin's price is to fall down. So that's called the concept is called risk management, and it takes a lot of time to learn. This is, of course, the position on the $10,000 trading challenge. On my personal portfolio, I've taken a larger hit, but you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. But the price of Bitcoin is breaking down. It could potentially create the lower high in the 65.2 to the 64.9K region. That is a possibility. If we look at the 4 hourly time frame, you can see that this was a lower high, and boom, we're trying to search the second or the third lower high before we continue this not parabolic, but this uptrend to eventually break above the resistance of the descending broadening channel. Now, the reason why the Bitcoin is dumping is not because of anything related to Bitcoin specifically. It's actually dumping because of the S&P 500, which is seeing a minor correction. Like, a concerning thing that I'm noticing in the markets is that Bitcoin has a huge influence from the traditional markets. And look, the traditional markets have been going up for a while, right? So since November of 2023, we've seen a breakout of prior all-time highs in 2021, similar to the ones that Bitcoin created. So we broke out in November of last year, and we've been going in a huge bull market ever since. But when we look at Bitcoin, we've not been able to break out from those 2021 all-time highs yet, and we've not started that new leg of the bull market. It's not happening. It's not the same as the S&P. It's not the same as gold. So my concern is not that we're lagging behind, but it looks like gold and the S&P could be topping out soon. So if the topping out occurs, then what is going to happen to Bitcoin? Are people going to just shift their assets back into Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin starts its final leg while everything is crashing? Or is the bull market going to get delayed and we go down to 30K? I'm trying to consider these possibilities, but it's very hard to do so because of the amount of bullish signs that we have, the cup and handles, the inverse head and shoulders, like everything that we're seeing is pointing to a bullish upwards direction, including the most important one, which is the Bitcoin 4-year seasonality. Potentially, we're going to top out at 130, 180K, maybe even more. Maybe everyone's wrong and Bitcoin goes to 300. It doesn't matter. We're trying to catch that long position to take it to the final stage of the Bitcoin bull market. And then altcoins will come in later on in the cycle. So yesterday, me, Carl, Da Vinci, and Chris, we were on a panel in Blockchain Live 2024. So thank you so much for coming out there. It was fantastic. We met around 10,000 people, which was crazy. And think of it like this, like because it's a huge bear market, I actually took Carl to the metro in Dubai, and that was an interesting experience for him. But yeah, the market is not looking good. If we look at October, 4.96% increase compared to an average of a 21.41% return that we do experience in Pumptober. So it's not Pumptober anymore, it's more so of a Rectober, but that is fine. Bitcoin seasonality suggests that Bitcoin will go up. Yes, it's been the longest consolidation period ever for Bitcoin. Yes, it's been a very drastically horrible 8 months, but eventually Bitcoin is going to go up. And we will forget about these times and we will focus on the amount of abundance of monetary capital that we will be this time next year. So what I wanted to go into was, of course, altcoins, because Bitcoin dominance is currently at 58.64%. And eventually, this dominance will drop heavily to the downside, where Bitcoin starts losing its dominance and altcoins start to have a massive gain compared to the price of Bitcoin. If we go into Link USDT, if we go into Polkadot USDT, like these altcoins have not seen their rallies. They've not gone to the levels they were at the prior bull market, and they will eventually. And those are like easy 5x returns, like on the market available. Pretty solid projects, amazing projects to have in your portfolio, in my opinion. And then you have the degen projects like Medieval Empires, and you have the other meme coins. So these will all see a skyrocket to the upside. But it will take a little bit more time. And that's why I think being Bitcoin heavy in your portfolio makes more sense, just to eradicate potential losses from major altcoins. And when you make money with Bitcoin, then you can funnel your Bitcoin into those altcoins and buy those altcoins cheap compared to their price in Bitcoin, if that makes sense. But Ethereum is at a beautiful buying spot. So many altcoins, including Bitcoin as well as the main cryptocurrency. Yes, we're seeing this correction. Yes, it's possible that we correct a little bit more, but that's okay. It's not a major deal. I was personally convinced that the price of Bitcoin was going to break to those new all-time highs this week, but it just didn't, and there's nothing we can do about it. So hopefully next week onwards, the price of Bitcoin can switch bullish. At least closing October like over 5% bullish would be something, but I just really think so that Q4 will be a bullish period for Bitcoin, because it has been in Bitcoin seasonality terms. And if we don't close bullish, then we're not obeying any laws that we did before. And at that point, you will start to question things like, is Bitcoin going to do what it's done in previous times, or have we found the true valuation for Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin's true value between $49,000 and $73,000? And if that is the case, then maybe we have to move on to building products in Bitcoin, building products in blockchain. That could be the move. But I think it's a bit premature to make these predictions. Let's just wait for Bitcoin to create that higher low in the trend, potentially a reversal down to 64K. And from that point onwards, it should be looking bullish. So I will be updating you guys accordingly on the channel. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll see you all on the next video very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.